Good morning. It is Wednesday, the 28th of September, and day 8 for me on the Superior Hiking Trail. If you see the camera shaking, it's because it's around 30 degrees and I'm really cold. Well, it's a little after 8:40 and finally heading out from Mystery Mountain campsite, saying goodbye to Brian, who's heading north, and John and Jody, who will probably pass me here in a little bit, heading south. It is, as I mentioned earlier in the shaky video, it is pretty cool down around 30, so layered up a bit for the morning, but the sun is out and it's going to be a beautiful day. Knees feeling a little better after some Advil, so we'll see how many miles we get in and whether we make it to Temperance, or if not, we'll stop by one of the Laveau ponds or something and get out tomorrow. So let's get after it. So the trail's heading this way, but eventually it's heading, you can barely make out through the trees, Moose Mountain. Beautiful views. There you can see some of the ski runs from Lutsen, but I was wrong. There's Moose Mountain over there through the trees. That's where we're headed next. Well, made it to the turnoff for Moose Mountain, and I'm actually going to skip that this time. I've been up there a couple times, and in fact had lunch there back in 1989 on my hike. Got 13 miles before Temperance River, and Oberg Mountains just 3 miles away, and I might do the 1.8 mile loop, which is pretty cool. So time to shed layers, and one of the things I'm glad for that climb is that my hands finally got warm. Got frostbite back in the early 90s skiing the Birkebeiner, and my fingertips are really sensitive to the cold, so this morning was a little rough, as you could tell by the shaky camera, like now. So glad to get that climb out of the way and do a little stretch and keep moving. So these first 3 miles have also given me a chance to test out my knee and see how it's feeling. So far, not too bad. You can still feel it on the downhills, but on the sections where I'm cruising on flat ground or smooth ground and uphill, it hasn't been so bad. So fingers crossed that we'll be okay, and if I get done today, extra day of rest before I come out next week, I'll help it. So that's one in my favor. About 2 hours into the hike and made it to Rollins Creek. Time to filter some water. There is Oberg. So made it to Oberg Loop, and lots of folks here, day hikers, and they recommended counterclockwise, so we're going to give that a shot. And this is one of those opportunities that I missed on my 1989 hike, so I'm looking forward to taking some time and checking it out. So on this Oberg Loop, I think I've seen in the first couple hundred yards more people than I've seen in the previous 7 days of my hike. Lots of folks out for a beautiful day hike. This is a gorgeous trail. Observation on Oberg. Definitely saw more people today on Oberg than I have the entire 8 days of the trip. Most of them are my age and older. Good retirement gig to be able to come up and enjoy a day like this up here, and lots of dogs, and that's been fun, but it's gorgeous and to be enjoyed, and it makes me realize that who gets to enjoy it and how we can make it more accessible to people. So onward we go. This Wood River Creamery Cheddar Gruyere combination has been pretty good on trail. Stays fresh for quite a few days, especially when it gets down in the 30s at night. Got enough Fritos for next week, and the wraps with the buffalo chicken hitting the spot. And can't beat the view. So it's about 1:30, getting ready to leave Onion River Campground and see how far we get. I think it's about 10 miles to Temperance River, so we'll see how I'm feeling at the last campsite option and what time it is. So the Onion River Bridge says only 2 at a time. I hope I don't count as 2 with this pack in. There's Laveau. Decided to skip that loop. This is Laveau Pond, and way back in 1989, this is where I camped the first night, heading northbound from Temperance. little before 4. Temperance River Wayside, 4.8. It'll get me there around 6:30, Lord willing, and Carlton Peak awaits. Looking forward to that one. There were a few boardwalks at the start of this section. Now we're climbing. Still a way to go up. So in 1989, I had lunch right here at the top of Carlton Peak on my section hike. It's nice to be back. And looking this way, you can see pretty far down Silver Bay and beyond. That's what lies ahead. Now to safely get down to the car before sundown. What a trail. So it was wonderful being up on Carlton. It was even better getting down safely from the main part of Carlton. That was pretty hairy, especially with my knee that started to act up again late this afternoon. Seems like the downhills are the toughest, and I know most of the way back to the car is going to be kind of downhill. Take it easy and be safe. Here's the view from the mediocre overlook. Temperance River Vista. Just beautiful. So, this ends day 8 on the Spear Hiking Trail. What an amazing day. All the colors, the views, it was tremendous. A couple things I learned. One is that along with bringing trekking poles and your headlamp, it's also important to have a spare bottle top. Mine cracked, and gonna have to get a new one. And remember to bring a spare along next time. The other thing I learned is that this old guy, in the cold weather, fingers need a little more support, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. And then finally, just what a beautiful, beautiful place the North Shore is in fall. Like, who knew? Just incredible, and I'm just blessed to be able to have this opportunity to hike and share this with you. So with that, until next week, I continue hiking. Keep on learning, and we'll see you down the trail.